Bismillah. Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to yet another soulful episode of Conversation Over a Cup of Tea with me, Farzana, a platform I created to bring together inspiring guests from around the world, individuals who share their knowledge, their experiences, and their perspectives on topics that touch our everyday lives. Today, I am very thankful that my guest, Purvajashree, is again joining me in this second episode. Purvaja, thank you so much for joining. How are you doing?
I'm doing really good, Farzana, and thank you so much for this opportunity again.
Oh, it's
Yes, I'm really happy to meet you in episode two.
thank,
And hi, all, and thanks so much.
thank you. So, for those who have not seen our episode one, I would like a short introduction of Purvajashree. She is an IPHM and KHDA certified holistic wellness coach. She specializes in harmonizing mind, body, and soul through integrative healing practices. So, welcome again. And today we are actually going to be exploring a subject that beautifully blends emotion and healing, Bach Flower Remedies. So, stay tuned, everyone. Purvaja, there in our previous episode, the episode one, it was a wonderful explanation you give us about face reading, and there was a listener who actually has sent me a question I want to share with you. I would like you to give a short answer on that. So I'm going to just read out the question for you. Face reading was an ancient art and practice, but seems to have evolved into a science. Some people also rely on palm reading. I wonder if the two readings can validate each other and what happens when they contradict. So I would like you to please give a short response on the question asked. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this question, and it's really an interesting one. And whoever has asked this question, I really thank you for asking this question. So, when it comes to face reading, yes, as I previously mentioned in my episode, this is an ancient art wherein you will be able to understand one's personality, one's inner self, and their energy.
Mm,
When it comes to palmistry, on the other hand, it is something to correlate with the life pattern and the natural tendency of the person.
correct.
So, no modality, especially, me being an energy healer and yes, IPHM certified trainer, there is no modality in this world wherein which goes contradictory, because I kind of do it hand on hand. I club modalities and I do practice. So face reading, that which helps you to understand your inner self, and palmistry, that which helps you in understanding your life pattern. That could be something related to your marriage, like which age you might be getting married, when you might be having child, and what is kind of your age, in the sense like your health issues, when you will be facing or when it will be resolved, all these kind of life pattern related to the ages.
Mm,
So this internal and external modality kind of complement with each other, and that which helps you in understanding your internal and external energy. If at all, if there is any misalignment in those energy of your inward or outward, then yes, the contradiction happens for that particular person, but not with the modality.
what- Ah,
So yeah.
thank you. Thank you for explaining that because this was very interesting. I never thought it from that perspective. Okay, so let's get on board with bug flower remedies. How did you get into this modality? What exactly, if you can make us understand as listeners, what is bug flower and what made you get into this remedy journey as well? Please explain to us a little bit about that.
Okay. Um, I started. practicing many modalities that which includes your energy healing to face reading, everything.
Mhm.
But then I was able to understand that like how your conventional medicine has a complementing homeopathy medicine, or I would say that Ayurvedic medicine, there was something that which is missing, or which was missing along with the psychiatric or the psychology um, therapies.
Mhm.
So that's when I kind of started researching and understanding about the Bach Flower Remedies, which was founded, or I would say the father of Bach Flower Remedies, Dr. Edward Bach. This all started from 1930s. So I would say that this Bach Flower remedy is a kind of a complementing therapy to your psychiatric or your psychology psychology medicines. I mean, psychology doesn't have any medicine, but it's just a talking therapy. But yes, psychiatrists, they kind of prescribe the medicine, so it's a complementing to it. And I would also like to kind of share a short story about Dr. Edward Bach.
Mhm.
So he kind of found this during 1930s, and when the World War I began,
Okay.
he was kind of working in an medical uh, institute of I mean kind of helping the army people, or the army soldiers. So many were kind of injured during this World War time, and he was able to cure the physical wound and injuries, but then the mental kind of the pressure what they were having to soldiers, he was not able to kind of treat them, or he was not able to fix them through the conventional medicine. So that's when he started, uh, I would say, kind of understanding and started identifying through backflower remedies.
This is so interesting. I mean, it's such a powerful story because what I feel that
Yes,
though being a doctor, he still felt that he people can trust medicine, but there is so much nature has given us, and that
absolutely.
can help us, sort of bring that emotional balance. Nature can actually do it for us. Physical
Absolutely.
issues can be taken care of by medications and whatnot, but when it comes to your emotions, it's all about being outside in nature and whatnot. But you talked about he discovered or he found out that the flowers have flowers from these flowers, and I guess there are how many 38 uh,
38.
38 flowers we talked about in the previous episode, very briefly, but he kind of found those 38 flowers to help these soldiers through their emotional well-being. How
Yes.
how did he find out what exactly were these flowers doing for them?
These flowers were having, see, every living being in this world has an energy frequency.
True.
Like you carry some kind of an energy frequency, you have a different level of aura. I have a different level of aura.
Mm,
Like that, every living thing in this world has some kind of an aura, some kind of an energy. So this flower remedy helps in boosting up your emotional level and your mental well-being.
okay.
So that's what soldiers were able to kind of from that bottommost, they were able to kind of slowly upgrade themselves, because they were when they were kind of physically wounded,
Mm,
they were not able to kind of they were having the fear, and they were not able to kind of reciprocate back, or I would say kind of bouncing forward,
right.
and that fighting spirit was missing. So
Mm.
that's when this kind of this change or
So
this transformation happened.
what I understand, since this particular remedies were used in wars or during wars, Of course, it means it is so powerful that while I'm talking to you, I'm just thinking about today's time where there's so much happening in the world. Especially post COVID, people are still in that so emotionally charged, so depressed for some reason, or they are not very sure uh, how to calm themselves down, how to lead a very normal life, which we used to have before COVID. So, does it make sense when I say that these remedies would actually work for such individuals as well? Does it make sense? How does this practically these remedy could help in today's lifetime, in today's lifestyle?
It is working for Zana even in today's life cycle, as you mentioned, post COVID. Many of them they kind of faced, especially the mental health or the mental well-being is kind of shaken. Um, it could be anything, maybe due to physical health, or maybe some people they might have lost their loved ones, financial crisis and things. It really kind of shook people. Even some people are still under the kind of trauma, I would say. um, from a normal mood swing, even I would say kind of anxiety, depression, or the highest, I would say it's kind of working to them. How it works, it works like an onion. It's called as onion peeling method. Like how your onion has layer by layer,
Hmm?
these remedies kinds of it kind of heals or supports the person's emotional issue layer by layer, so that he'll be able to kind of get into his true self, his true inner self.
Interesting, interesting. So I'm just assuming that if suppose I want to come to you, I'm listening to this podcast and I'm feeling that, oh, I think I need to go to Purvaja. Yet I have the problem of not accepting the facts that these few drops of flower can actually help me emotionally. What would you say to that? If I come and I take the remedies, it will still work for me?
Absolutely, it would work. In fact, to be very honest, Farzana,
Hmm?
these backflower remedies are also been kind of given to the pets. So are you a pet lover?
I I've become one. Yes, I do love dogs.
So yeah, okay. So even I do have a dog. So I have kind of, she has this separation issue, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
So if at all, if we go out, then immediately, she gets into, separation issue. She gets that fear.
Right.
So I used to, prescribe her a remedy, which has really kind of, worked. So as you said, like dogs, they
Mm,
don't know what is this remedy is all about.
mm,
Even kind of, small children
mm-hmm,
around 8 9 years, they might also be not knowing what is this about. So even if you are completely unaware of it, or even if you don't believe,
mm-hmm.
4 drops 4 times a day for 3 weeks, it really kinds of it,
Really.
you will be able to see a change. That's what I can say.
That's good to know. So I'm thinking now that only one time taking these drops is not helpful. It has to have some kind of regular um, course that you would suggest as a
Yes, it has
foundation.
to be a regular course.
Okay.
Yes, you can also go for, couple of days, but depends on your mood swings. For example, if women, if they have some kind of a period issue,
Okay.
so those times, they might be having some kind of, cramps and kind of, mood swings. So those 3 4 days, or maybe, 1 week's time, if they are taking any particular remedy prescribed by a backflower practitioner like me,
Mm-hmm.
then yes, it really works. Those are kind of, for, a shortest duration. But yes, if they are having a kind of a deep inner emotional trauma or an issue, yes, it has to be like a course.
Oh, that's interesting to know. Um, so you talked about you can give it to the pets. You talked about women. How good is it for men?
It is also for really good for men because men mostly they kind of keep their emotions within themselves. They don't tell to even their loved ones.
Yes.
So I mean, I have seen my own father in that case. So whatever it is, physical or mental pain, he used to, keep it within himself.
Mm.
So at those cases, you can also, give it to them, even kind of, pouring 4 drops in their tea, or even, they could also take it along with the water, like
Don't
how
we
to say,
don't
in a water bottle.
say I'm think say if I am I know that my husband will not or my brother is not ready or my son is not ready to take them. I can still put it in anything which
Absolutely, you can do that.
that
And
helps them and
to be
that
very honest, Farzana, they will not be knowing it. That is one thing. I mean, it's not like, it's not something which is like a harmful thing, like, your medicine wherein there would be a side effect or something. It's
right.
completely made with, flowers and just a normal drinking water. That is what it is. So
Wow.
you will not be having, maybe some kind of a bitter taste might be there
Okay.
because of flowers.
Mm-hmm.
But then, I would say that 4 drops will not kind of, completely make your dish or whatever, your the beverage which you're taking completely, it will not spoil. And they will not be also kind of knowing. But I mean, I would, as being a backflower remedy practitioner, I wouldn't suggest that, because it's better to tell to the client that,
Mhm.
yes, I'm giving you this because of this,
Yes.
kind of,
No, I
it would
I
give you
totally agree.
this
Yeah, I
effect.
totally agree. Because it's for women we are ready to take chances. For men, sometimes it's very difficult to make them
Yeah, you can
understand.
still, you can still provide them by,
Giving
telling
more.
them that, yes, I'm giving you this. So
Okay.
please, you can consume it and you can,
Let's see
give
how it
your
works for you.
own.
Yeah, that makes
Yes.
sense too. Yeah, that makes sense. So we can give it to the pets, we can give it to men, women of any age. What about the infants? Are we because sometimes the infants are crying a lot. He could be colic. He could be. Do you suggest that one can use this remedy as well?
See, even pregnant women during their womb, when they are carrying babies, can
Hmm.
also consume this.
So it is
So
that.
I hope I have answered your question.
So it is very safe. Okay. All right. But knowing myself, I know when I come to know about something very new, for example, when I spoke to you about the Bach Flower Remedies, I went ahead and I looked in the on the net about them. I got a lot of information out of that. And I'm very sure whoever is watching it right now, they must be Googling where can I get these Bach Flower how do you call it? Droplets? What do we call them?
Um,
What
you
would
mean to say that, where they'll be getting the backflower remedies?
yes.
Okay.
I'm sure because like this is a human nature. Oh, I can get it from anywhere I want. What is your suggestions to them?
See, as a backflower remedy practitioner, I would suggest them to go to a backflower practitioner
Mm,
like me
mm,
and properly get a kind of a consultation and get a remedy to it.
mm,
Because even if you see it through online, you will not be knowing what is the brand and what is it, what are the ingredients,
mm.
kind of, maybe even if a doctor, for example, I would just tell this, a doctor who is a cardiologist,
Mm.
okay, even if he is kind of having some kind of a problem in his kidney, he has to go to a kidney doctor, right?
Very well
So
said.
even maybe a person who is well versed about flowers and herbs and whatever it is, still I would kind of recommend to go to a backflower practitioner, so that is what for we have kind of. done this course, and that is what for we are here.
No, that
So
I
to
agree
kind of
because
help you and support you.
you're very right. Because I think, like you very rightly said, the heart doctor will definitely have to see a kidney doctor if the issue is in kidney, and he's not. He, of course, he would know. He could discuss with the other doctor, but still, he will try and check it out with that specialist. And
Absolutely.
yeah, so like that's why I emphasized, or I wanted to understand, even if these backflower remedies they are available online, till you know exactly what you should be taking and how much you should be taking, it's always good to come back to a practitioner, right, like yourself, Purvajat, so that they will be taking something, but they should take the right ones. The remedy should be the right
Absolutely.
remedy, right? That's
Absolutely.
very, very, because I know uh, people are, some people may not, but most of the people in today's time, they are looking for some holistic remedies, uh, this way or the other. But again, when you are listening to such podcast, I personally believe that I go to the right people. Just don't start getting stuff from anywhere, Amazon or wherever you could find it. So having said that, just for my understanding, where are you getting your these bug flower drops from? Are you making them yourself, or you prefer to buy it from a registered some place where you find that the sources are the right one? What you want to see?
There are sources.
There are sources.
There are sources. I get directly from the Backflower Center or the main manufacturer themselves.
Okay.
So that's where I get, and I do have my wherein sometimes even I also use, and yes, I prescribe to my clients. Yes, as even though as a Backflower registered practitioner, sometimes even I also have to use it. So
In fact, that helps me understand that you're not just doing the remedies for others, but you are actually practically using it for yourself as.
absolutely.
So and I but for those people who would like to know more about you, um, how long have you been doing this particular therapy?
These therapy, okay, are you particularly asking about
Your
backflower or
experience?
are you asking?
So these are the modalities. So uh, this particular one, because we're talking about Bach Flower Remedies. So for people to understand that why it is always useful to come to a practitioner who has got this kind of experience, right? So if you can just share us a little bit from your experience, uh, whom you have, or any of your clients experience through you, if you can, just for us to understand how do you work with them, and how long is you have been practicing this.
I have been practicing this since 1.5 years,
Okay.
and I started my backflower, or I started this remedy practicing from India.
Okay.
That was more easier.
Okay.
And I also kind of worked in one of the Ayurvedic center.
Okay.
Um, so that is how I started. And in Dubai, I would say, or I don't know, especially in Dubai, I would say I don't know about the complete UAE scenario. But in Dubai, backflower remedies are new.
It is very,
Yes, I am kind of, able to see those flower remedies online, but then when it comes to the backflower registered practitioner, I feel like, there is no one who is kind of, doing any consultation, or it's not like, it's
so
completely,
it's
I would say this is a new modality.
it's a new
But
modality.
yes, I'm doing it.
Mhm.
I do it through online consultation, and yes, face to face also.
That's awesome. And what attracts me about this particular remedies is that it's you, if you're not benefiting out of it, you will not even even then, it's okay because it's not a medicine. It's not something which anybody takes it and it it will not have any negative impact, if I may say. Because I know that
Yes.
with allopathics or with homeopaths, sometimes I've heard about that too, and from other ways of looking at the remedies people like to go into in today's time. I find talking to you, especially, that this remedy, if anybody wants to look into, especially those who are going through their mental turmoils for whatever reason, somebody can try, and I'm very sure it will work. But even if it doesn't work, it is not going to do any harm. So there's no harm in trying something
Absolutely.
which is so natural. And with this, I think I've got all the information from Purvaja today. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge. And thank you for pouring your heart into it. It was a very
Thank you.
helpful and a very open discussion we had today. And I just love how these gentle yet powerful remedies can help anyone heal. A reminder that healing doesn't always have to be forceful. Sometimes it can be as soft as a flower. And to our listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. I would say, remember, wellness begins with listening to yourself. So listen to yourself, what you're going through. And if any one of you would like to get in touch with Purvaja, for especially Bach Flower Remedies, all the information will be in the comment section. If there are any questions, you can directly go ahead and go to her, or you can send me your questions, and I will definitely ask her in our next episode, which will be the third one. And until next time, keep connecting, keep growing, and keep having meaningful conversation over a cup of tea with me, Razana. Thank you once again, everyone. Have a great, great day. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you, Purvaja. It was wonderful. Thank you.
Same here. Thank you so much for this.